Hello again, YouTube. This is Truth Man giving you the truth. Last video of today. And after this, I probably will be back on like either Friday or this weekend. I don't like to talk a lot about conspiracy theories because I know they censor me anyway. But they really censor that. Like, they don't want you to learn about that. But I'm going to make an exception on this one. We getting ready to talk about this program called MK Ultra. Now, when you hear me say Matthew Kelly umbrella, you know I'm talking about, look at this entitled person. Wherever they going is more important than me, I guess. Of course not. Look what I'm talking about. I'm talking about MK Ultra. They probably just being greedy, getting food and stuff. But we're going to talk about this thing called MK Ultra. I took a little notes. I'm going to kind of change the words. So when you hear me saying them peoples, you know I'm talking about the Illuminati, the elite, so on and so forth. I'm not going to really talk that much about this sort of thing because I don't want that smoke. I want to keep making my money. I want to stay out here, so on and so forth. What they do is what they do. Like, I have ways of getting around it and teaching you things for you to be able to get around it. But you're not, right now, currently, you're not going to be able to really stop them, per se. Because the brainwashing, which is what we're talking about, is so strong that we're always going to be divided from each other. Which, if we weren't divided from each other, then we would have a chance. But more and more divisions happen each day. So I call that the Dim People series. And I'm going to be reading notes that I took. So you just got to bear with me. So, brainwashing programs that were developed in the 50s are still being used today to control human behavior with drugs such as heroin, crack cocaine, meth, and other, keyword, psychological manipulators. Marijuana is also a psychological manipulator. So if you think you're getting around anything with that, think again. You don't believe me? Look at the people who use it. I live in Milwaukee. But moving on. And other psychological manipulators such as movies, soap operas, cartoons, commercials. These are used to promote certain agendas and get people to accept them more often. They do this, cosmetic check, to get people to accept them more often. And just in case you don't know, I'm out here working, so my hands is probably a little dirty. I'm going to try to keep them off screen. Probably got a little dust on my shirt. But this is important. Other drugs also as EXSTACY. And they'll use people, rappers, athletes, so on and so forth, to get you to let your guard down concerning these things, including what they call syrup, which is and contains medicine. Remember, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So anybody that is still killing, destroying, if you follow what they say and anything is lost, you know it's the devil. Now, them peoples have their Delilahs too. So if you are strong, never reveal your secrets to these women because they could be, remember, Delilah is one of the types of women. Delilah is one of the types of women. I'm not going to go into that on YouTube. I'm writing a book about that. And when I write the book, you'll hear more about it. But moving on, let me just read what I wrote, some of the notes I took. Some of these women are canceling themselves. Some of the women in the mainstream are canceling themselves. They are used as sex slaves. You want that fame and fortune. You want to be at the top. You want to be marketed by and to the masses. This is what you got to do. So when you see that strange stuff, people in their buildings and what they do on the buildings, I'm just going to say, just know that this could be why. Some of the women canceling themselves in the mainstream either had programming breakdowns or were derugged. You cannot say what you plan on doing for blacks. When you start talking about, remember the FBI, the COINTELPRO, one of the main functions was to make sure that no more messiahs rise. And again, I ain't gonna do nothing out here. I'm a man of God. I ain't gonna commit no crimes of any sort. I love myself. I pamper myself. If I go to the hospital and something happens, just understand that could be why. That's why I don't like hospitals. That's why my teeth still like this. Because I really don't trust dentists. One day, but right now I don't trust them. Now, when you say what you plan on doing for blacks, just ask Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Tupac, and possibly Kevin Samuels. Possibly. When you don't know what he ate that day or whatever, we not sure why that happened to him. But what we are sure is from some of his closest friends say he turned down deals, multi-million-dollar deals. I've seen his pictures. I've seen some of the things that he wanted to do to benefit other blacks, black people. I'm not talking down on us. I'm just, for the sake of censorship, you might hear me kind of say words different. All of these platforms are created to brainwash anyone they don't want you to listen to. Now, I said that wrong. All of these platforms are censored. And when you start talking about what you're going to do for blacks, and when you start talking about Matthew Kelly umbrella programs and agendas, then your videos more than likely will be pushed to the back. So don't think, if you go on my channel and you see low views, don't think that it's because of people's disinterest in what I'm saying. I've gotten offers to preach in other parts of the world. And that was before I knew what I know now. So I can prove it. VCY, which is the Christian station here in Milwaukee. Some of their videos had the same view counts as some of mine. Now they are a Christian television network. They're being censored. Now, so moving right along, when you start going against status quo, you will be slandered, lied on, framed. Slander, lied on, framed. Keep only that which brings you good judgment from the Most High in everything you see, everything you do. You got to understand that, because the TV, the radio, the computer, smartphone, all of this stuff is ran and operated and all the advertising, all of that is conducted by people who are connected to the Matthew Kelly umbrella project. It didn't go away. People want to believe it went away. It's still going today. It's still in the cartoons. It's still in. I heard somebody say, and I haven't seen it, that Doctor Strange on the movie talked about two mothers. Like somebody said they had mothers. See, remember, for the devil to destroy people, one of her plans is to destroy families, to make women what men don't like, to make men what women don't like, create distrust. It's like what happened with Adam and Eve. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer is part of the Matthew Kelly project. Matthew Kelly umbrella project. Divide and conquer with gangs, with D-rugs, with sexual deviancy. Anything that they can use to keep us divided, because as long as we stay divided, they stay elite. You see what I'm saying? As long as we stay divided, they stay elite. That's why they don't teach economics in schools. You grow up, you do wrong with your money, you have to file bankruptcy. You go into debt. All this stuff. Hey, this is the new gadget. This is the latest thing. Matthew Kelly umbrella. Brainwashing. Kevin Samuels created and was a master in the YouTube algorithm. And they let him go for a while. I'm not creating no who knows why this happened. But just like the Ring of Power, it was a series used to be on YouTube called Ring of Power. You can't find it anymore. It's not up there no more. It's not. And they talked about these sorts of things. A lot of the conspiracies of war, a lot of the conspiracies that we see and we hear about are connected to the Matthew Kelly umbrella agenda. How do you reproduce? You reproduce with a man and a woman, right? But now we have all of these experimenters, and it's their life. They could do what they want, which work in the hands of those who desire to depopulate. You got to understand that. That's part of the brainwashing. To make some people love grow cold like the Bible talked about, and now they don't want to deal with nobody. They don't trust nobody. It's just them. They don't want to work as a team. Look at me. I'm in the car working. I'm self-employed now, not because I don't want to work as a team, but because every time I tried to work as a team, others in their MK Ultra Matthew Kelly umbrella operation up here on top of their head, it can activate at any time, and it will activate against people who point it out. People will be against you and they won't even know why. That's the devil and her brainwashing techniques. That's the way it works. So you have all these agendas going around like a wheel, like this, in the air, in the airwaves. People die. People go to prison. People have mental issues dealing with it. And it just keeps going around. It's going to go around until the Most High stops. We're too divided. Are we still talking about race? Race wasn't even an issue until the 1700s. Wasn't no such thing. But we still talking about it. Almost 300 years later. We still talking about it. Why? Because y'all have been Matthew Kelly umbrella. Y'all have been Matthew. If that operation didn't work on you, you would never need therapy. You would never need to be rehabbed. This is the real reason why people quitting all these jobs. And I'm going to make a video about that probably Friday or Saturday. What they need to do to get people back to work. As long as, you know what jobs do? Jobs will keep the troublemaker. This person or these persons are why people quit. But they don't quit. The people who don't want to deal with them quit. It's part of that Matthew Kelly umbrella. The brainwashing. Brainwashing. Washing away your own common sense, your own common logic, your reasoning. You take up for those you should be against. You're against those who you should take up for. That's why I don't trust none of these religions. I'm not in any of these religions. I trust people on an individual basis. I'm willing to trust people. I'm willing to work as a team. But it's going to be hard to get through there. Because every time it's somebody that you start to trust them, they'll do something or say something to make you not trust them. And that's with YouTube too. That's how it is on YouTube. But I'm going to close with that. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix. No, not doing your own research, not drawing your own conclusions, and just giving in to the propagandas of the world. No simping. All subjects channel. Thanks for watching.